Alright. For those of you who are joining me today, if you don't know already, I am going to be playing a little bit of Minecraft. This is my second streaming video. Found out the first one had some issues, so that didn't quite go the way that I wanted it to, but what can you do? For this one, just going to be a pretty simple, like, little time just to play. I'll post a video up later on YouTube, and it'll just be a time just to chill. I usually keep it that way in my videos. Depending on what happens, I may have a friend join me or not, but other than that, hopefully you enjoy it. Alright, I have this one, and then I have my one I've had with my friends, but I'm probably just going to go to my world and continue this one. I haven't been on here since the last time I played with my friend. We've been thinking about doing like hosting a realm or a server or something, but we're not 100% sure yet, so we'll make that decision as we come to it. If anyone shows up on the comments, just introduce yourself, say hi. Love to be able to talk with you. And then, if not, just... Oop. I've been playing the other game too much. Other than that, brain went dead. Oh, if you haven't not... Oh, if you... This is your first time joining me, just comment, saying your name, who you are. You know, something that's nice about yourself, something that you really like. And that'll be just a great way to introduce yourself and get to know you. I mainly just play, having fun. Nothing too crazy here, so don't expect... don't expect certain things, but it'll be fun. This is our simple house that me and my buddy were building. I have not finished it. It is definitely in need of some work, but the other guy was also the one taking care of that side of the work of this house. But all in all, it's not too bad. Got a main roof here. We got a couple of torches there. I like this like corner wall, but I think like putting like kind of like a fence post here would not be too bad a thing. That would kind of finish it up a little bit, give it like that doorway feel. We have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of stuff in here. Mixture of all that. I'm okay on that so far. Let's see here. A lot of copper. Don't judge me. I enjoy copper very much so, actually. Got some of that. Ooh, good stuff here. Bones. He ate the bones. If you know what that's from, you know, let me know in the comments. Let's go ahead and put on some... well, I'll keep the leather boots just in case. I'll get the pants. And one piece of everything. Why not? Just for the fun of it. Hey, I still got my spurs. Alright, today I'm not sure 100% what I want to do. Ooh, copper. Fill that back up. Good on food. Nope. There we go. But I'm probably just going to take it pretty chill. If at any random point my wife comes in, just keep in mind that may happen. Oh yeah. I found a saddle, so I have a saddle on my horse now. Perfect. This is a new horse. This is not Smokey. I think last time I was just mainly exploring too. This time I'll probably do some similar stuff. Just kind of filling in the rest of this map. It's not too bad. There's actually quite a bit of stuff around here. We have a safari, I think, and then there's a village not too far away last time I checked, if I remember correctly. It's been a little while since I played, though. Current bit rating, okay, we're good there. Other than that, it's been a pretty busy week for me. I mean, just with everything. I'm also going to be posting this one hopefully tonight if I'm able to. Part of the reason why is I'm going to be out of town for a little while. That's a pretty big cave. Yeah, I'm going to be out of town for a little while. I'm going to be in Indiana. If any of you have any family around that area or live in that area, hey! But part of it is I just got family up that way that I'm going to visit. So it should be a fun time. Not too busy, I don't think, but... Oh! Good horsey. That is one strong horse. Got me out of a hole. Alright, but other than that, it's been just a busy week preparing for leaving and stuff. There's a lot of stuff down there. It's not been too crazy other than that. Just working and then having some time off. The snow has been kind of crazy. If you guys have had any snow in your area, just let me know. Comment down below. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit sarcastic sometimes. Oh. Oh. Horse. Come on, get to shore. Why are you doing this? You are not worth this effort. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Now let's get back to the town. Or get back to the house. That way I can get back to safety. You're going the wrong way. I know I am. Calm down. That was intense. Wow. Oh. Get away from that guy. That is pretty intense. This is so irritating. Everything looks the same. That's because everything is the same here, Chris. Thank you, random person. I appreciate your candor. If you cannot tell, I do not enjoy running through the woods like this. This is pretty crazy. Thank you. Nope. Well, bye-bye horse. No. Hiya. I may have to lower my DPI on my mouse just a little bit. That was not what I wanted. I fell. I needed some food. Perfect. Okay. Yup, it is quite intense. I'm so far away and my horse died. I just may stay in this tree for the rest of the night. Wouldn't make great content, now would it? Well, already fallen, so what's the worst that could happen? 5 seconds from now. I'm dying. I should have brought more food with me. Well, there goes my horse. It's a good thing I didn't name the horse. I don't think I've found... Oh, what... Oh! Jerks. I didn't know I was playing Left 4 Dead. I knew I should have stayed up on that mountain. Hi-ya! Alright, let's see what we can do to get over by my house. By the time I get to the house, it's already going to be daylight. That was the scariest thing I've ever seen. Nope, that's the scariest thing I've ever seen. Ouch. Alright. That's still scary. I could always swim up the mountain. That might be the easiest thing to not die. I don't know. I don't have any more food. Well, I might be able to get up now. As long as I don't get a creeper around me. Anyone else get that song, Oh Harry, that song that says, oh hey, nice to meet ya? It's so weird. If you don't know that song, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You can take that for what it is. But I'm going to take it as a good thing, because I don't know if it's a good song or not. What I do know is I might not have, probably shouldn't have gone out during the middle of the... Oh, run, 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 run. I am not in a good place. I probably should have stayed in the water until it was daytime. It's alright, I will live. Unless I die, in which case... crud. Ooh, run, run, run. That's kind of weird. I guess it would be sleet at that point, but I was just thinking, man, there's snow and rain at the same time. So I guess technically that's sleet. Speaking of which, have you guys seen any of the snow that's around the area you're at? Let me know how many inches you got so far, because we have a lot right now. Still snowing technically here. Midwest, they tend to have that. My home! It's a weird little looking tower thing that I made. Well, technically he did most of the work, my buddy. No. No. I heard that. I am scared for my life right now. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so freaked out. Oh, that's not good. Okay. I need some food. Oh, that's pretty nice. Leather pants. I'll put some leather in there, and then I'll have to organize the rest of the stuff in a minute. Nope. Nope. There's our food. I wondered where it went. I'm going to have to get me some more. I don't think there's anything other than dirt. I don't know why I've got so much dirt. I must have been using it for something. Yep, it's that. Seeds, I probably put in seeds with those. And those will go there. Rotten flesh. Boop. Alright. And put the arrows with those. I think I'm good there. Alright, let's go ahead and eat, because I am hungry. I definitely need to eat. Alright, well, let's take a look around here. Let's go to bed. Oh, it's daytime now, technically? That's weird. And it's like I said, the moment you get back, it's gonna be daytime. Why is that skeleton... what? How are you alive? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, is it because of the rain causing an overcast? I can see that. I think I'm gonna make a shovel and start leveling some more of this out. Getting it all nice and cleared and even looking. That'll make it better, I think. Pretty simple stuff. Let's take a look here. By the way, I think the last time I tried to stream Outriders, and it for some reason keeps switching. Because I have my primary display and then I have my secondary display, which I put my other stuff on. But for some reason, it kept wanting to switch it to my secondary display, and I don't know why. It didn't make any sense to me. But if you guys happen to know why, let me know down in the comments, or if somebody shows up on the stream. But nobody's there, so it's all right. Let's go ahead. Nope. Nope. Yeah, we'll do it this one. Alright. I'll put this here. What in the world? Is something upstairs? Eventually we're going to fill that in with glass. That's weird. You can hear the spider crawling around, but he's not around here. That's weird. Ouch. That's so weird. I don't get it. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and make a... nope. Got too many chests here. Cobblestone, and then where... I have wood in one of these, don't I? Do I not have any wood? Apparently I don't got any wood. Well, that's weird. I got a bunch of oak saplings, which I'll probably plant. But do I have enough to make a... Nope. Alright, well... Apparently I need some wood. Let's go ahead and start it out this way. Blows me away. I could have swore we had wood. Then again, he did use a lot of the wood I had on that stuff. Boop, there we go. And I got a new keyboard, so if my finger placement get kind of funky, that's kind of why. Just so it's a little bit different than the other one I had. This one's, I think, a little bit smaller, but still nice. If you're expecting for it to be, you know, a really nice brand, no, it's an off-brand. Something from China, I think. But all in all, it's not too bad. It's treated me well. So far, but I've only had it like 2 days, I think. So I've not had it long, but from what I've been playing with it so far, I like it better, mainly for the simple fact it's wireless, and the one I had was wired, and nothing wrong with wired, especially if you want a responsey time and you don't have to worry about spending a ton of money. The problem I just had with it is it was just... I was looking for less wires. I have a cat. I used to have 2. We got rid of one because he chewed up my Razer, not sponsored, headset, and it was pretty annoying. I did not like it at all because I had to basically throw those ones away, and they were nice, and I wish I would have been able to just replace the cord, but apparently one of my buddies does a lot of work with computers and cell phones. He's worked for like companies like CPR and things like that, and he said that you can't really fix the Razer one because you have to have a specific kind of setup for them or a specific cable. And so I was like, but all in all, like I said, not sponsored, but just some simple stuff that I'm doing tonight. Probably won't be an incredibly long video, but it'll be fun. Pretty simple. After I got some decent amount of wood now. I'll go and turn it into logs and then go from there. I keep hearing all this stuff. Where is it? I'm not crazy, right? If I am, don't say I am. Excuse me. I'm not crazy, I promise. Yeah. Speaking of which, in college, that's actually one of the things that they joked about with me, is my friends told me, oh, you made a joke saying that I was not crazy because, I don't know, it was something based on the Big Bang Theory where they said, I'm not crazy, my mother had me tested. They did that with me too. Made a joke about it. I didn't like it. What in the world? Why am I not? There we go. I knew I had enough. I didn't know why it wasn't showing up. And I'll make 3. I'm good here on those. Good. And then put the air on the bow. And put the rest of that away. Yeah, bow. At some point I'll fix that and make it to where the unbreaking is higher up. Good. Spider eye. Oh, not that one. Perfect. And then... no, I don't want to put the wood in there. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably need a new one, but for now I'll put it in here. That way I can just have it all set apart. I keep the torches, but... and then I'm going to have to go get some more food not long from now. Perfect. Let's go down here and get rid of... oh, it's starting to get dark again. Why does that not surprise me? But anyways... you guys enjoy Minecraft? I don't know if any of you guys... well, obviously if you're watching this, you probably watched or played Minecraft. If you haven't, then obviously there is a lot of people who play Minecraft, especially for a good portion of time. Dream, one of them that I know, don't really do it too much though. Yeah, I don't have a lot of people that I know of that play it, other than Markiplier, whenever he played, but that's a whole nother story for another day. A couple other people that I know that have played it, but I haven't... oh. There we go. Hehehe, dummies. You wanna die? Come on out. Get me. Come get me. Come get me. Yep, I see you. Hi-ya. See, I took you out right there. Perfect. By the way, I feel really dumb, but I did not realize that sometimes traders, or certain people, whenever you're trading with them, will want rotten flesh. I had no idea. So, I've always wondered what the heck's the point in keeping it. And that's part of the reason why you want to keep it too. So, you learn something new every day. If you guys don't know, I play a lot of different kind of games. It just depends on what I want to go for. Like sometimes, I mean, if you haven't paid attention, I've played Diablo 2 Resurrected. That's pretty fun, but it's just one of those things that right now with where I am, I just get more from just chilling. at times Diablo 2 Resurrected can be, I mean, it's not incredibly stressful, but just making sure you don't die is intense. And then the simple fact Minecraft is this. It's hard to feel overstressed and feeling like you're thinking way too much whenever all you're doing is digging some dirt. Now, I'm sure that whenever you get to, like, I played Hide and Hunt with with my buddy that I played with on here. I played that with him like once, and it was me, him, and someone else. And that was a little different. I've never played that before. I cannot say I was good at it, but it was a different feeling, different type of game. I like kind of survival, sandbox kind of games. Those are fun. I really enjoy going around and just surviving, hunting, surviving for things. That's why 7 Days to Die was one of the games that I wanted to play for a long time. I haven't really played with it on my own, though, mainly because it's a cooperative game that I want to play with somebody else. It's kind of hard to do that. I don't know. It's hard to feel the drive to want to play it whenever I don't have any friends that play it with me. That's kind of why I've been playing Valheim a little bit here recently. I've got a buddy that plays with me. It's fun. It's a little different. Surprisingly, it's a lot of graphical intent. Like, there's, like, the graphics on it's not that great, but it requires a decent amount of GPU usage, which has been interesting to me. I don't know if it's just because of the details that they put into this landscape, because they don't, it's not like it's really rendered like 3D or anything. If you guys have played the game, then you know what it's like, but it's just different. I don't know, but it blew me away. I don't have anything extensive on my hardware. I've only got like a 6600. I don't even have the XT version, but I mean, it's a good graphics card for what it is. It's not, I mean, any graphics card in today's culture is basically gold right now. But, I mean, it's not as good as the 3060, but it's still pretty decent. So, I've enjoyed it so far. At least the uses of it. I wish I had a 3060, but it's just not. I don't really want to spend $900 on a card that at MSRP is nowhere near that. So, and I know they're supposed to be going down in price according to different things, but I'm still a little skeptical on it. The only reason I even got this is because I found it at a really decent price. I mean, it was still above MSRP, but it was at least doable. So, that's kind of why I was able to get this one. And it was a big upgrade from my 1060 3 gig. Big upgrade from that. It wasn't a bad graphics card, it's just the 3 gigs was okay. It's just the 3 gigs made it kind of difficult to play some games and stuff. But it was perfectly fine for this and then a couple others. But shoot, I get better graphics from Outriders than I do Valheim. For graphical FPS is pretty amazing to me. But all in all, it's not been bad. I've been doing pretty good. I wish I could play Outriders on it, but for some reason it won't let me. If you guys have any idea on what that fix is, let me know. But other than that, I mean, I've been playing that. I have a couple other ones, but some of them I'm not sure I ever want to play. Like, for streaming or something. It would be, I might, but like one of them was, what's it called? Brain, where are you going, Dad? The Tales games, like Tales of Symphonia or whatever it is, and then Zestia or something. I have those, but the thing about those is it's alright, but it's definitely an RPG style from the JRPG genre. And it was okay. I wanted to try it. I didn't know what it was about. And whenever I did, I was like, okay, this is it's not great, but I mean it's not terrible. It wasn't my cup of tea, I guess you could say. But I did enjoy the little bit I did play. I played some, and it's not like it was terrible. Part of what it is I also, at the time, lost the computer I was using, because for those of you who are adults and have to do what you do, my wife needed a computer to do her schoolwork on, and we didn't have the extra money to go and buy her a brand new laptop, so she got mine, and I didn't have a computer for a while. But it was a pretty good game. I played Dark Souls a little bit. Nope, not me. It was frustrating, to say the least. I have a buddy, though, that loves it, and he wanted me to get Dark Souls 3 and have me play with him. In fact, if he could, he'd probably want me to play Elden Ring with him. And that's probably not going to happen, mainly because right now Elden Ring is $60, and I am not going to pay. Oh, there's rabbits in there. Yeah, I'm not going to pay $60 for a game. Not right now. Especially not one that I'm going to, love. I think whenever Diablo 3 first came out, I bought that at full price. But I did not... I find it hard to want to spend full price on a game that I have to really be into it. Whenever Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, you better believe that was my jam. I loved that game. I remember first playing that, and a part of me almost cried. It was very emotional for me. Kingdom Hearts was one of my favorite games as a kid, I say that, whenever I was younger, mainly just because it just, I don't know, it touched my heart a lot. It had a lot to do, development and stuff. I just really enjoyed it. Kingdom Hearts 3 was good. It wasn't my favorite. I thought Kingdom Hearts 2 was better, but it was good. Couple of things that I would have changed, just for the simple fact that it's all preference, but I didn't care much for the way that they ended the game. I really enjoyed the gameplay, the mechanics of how they set things up, but essentially I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but I just didn't like the way they did it. As one of my friends put it, it's essentially kind of like the good guys won based on a moral victory, in a sense, not necessarily actually beating the bad guys and things. And I don't know, I just didn't care much for that. They had some great moments in that game. Do not get me wrong. One of my favorite moments the entire time from all of that was whenever Axel and Roxas and Xion got back together. Oh my goodness, that brought me to tears. That was so good. Stuff like those moments. That was the stuff that really got to me. I really loved it. And that's hard too, because there's a lot of good moments in what the game was whenever they got finished up with it. The problem was it just didn't end the way that I wanted it to. And like I said, everybody has their own preference, but I would have preferred a different ending. I loved the way that they ended it, mixing it back to the... what do you want to call it? It was the one for mobile phone. The game for it. My brain is drawing a blank on what it's called. But basically, I played that one a lot too. But they just didn't release enough content quick enough for me to stay interested in it, essentially. But I like how they mix that in, because I really enjoyed how they made the story not just not just about Sora and them, but they gave a lot more backstory. I loved how they had how they mixed in the old Keyblade masters from the old times, and I thought that was really good. I really enjoyed the way that they set it up. The problem was just a simple fact that there was just a lot to get into it, and that's just, because it's a mobile game, it's going to have its here, there, whatever you want to call it. And I understand it was one of those, they had to put out something to make money and things like that, which is fine. But I just personally would have appreciated something with a little bit more. Now, if they would have released more actual content instead of all this filler arc more often, I would have enjoyed it a lot more. But that's just my opinion. Other than that, Kingdom Hearts 3 was great in the fact of most of it, actually. I love the premise that they had for a good portion of the characters, and the growth that they showed with Aqua and Terra and the rest of them, and how they mixed all of them back together. The thing that was a little iffy for me on that is, I understood they needed the 13 pieces of darkness. That was not a problem. I understood the story on that part, but it was just, there was certain minute things that I would have really enjoyed a different way. It didn't ruin it. It was still a good game. I just would have enjoyed a different. There was just certain things I didn't really care much for, but I loved having Ven there, and then how they brought back in Aqua and Terra. I loved how they mixed Terra in whenever he did the Terra Nort part. That was really cool. That was a nice treat, for the simple fact that a good portion of the game, I mean, I didn't know where they would pull Terra from, but I liked how they did that. Very cool, very cool. And then, honestly, I did not expect for them to bring in basically the armor of Terra from whenever he was fighting against Master Xehanort. I mean, he had a short part in it, I think, but it was still one of those things. I didn't expect for them to bring him back in. Maybe for some closure things, but I didn't expect it to be like that. So it wasn't bad. It was just, different. I'm trying to think of what else really stood out to me about the game. I did enjoy the worlds that they made. Couple of things in it that really was a little strange. They kind of got Final Fantasy-ish whenever they mixed in the Toy Story character thing, which is understandable. I mean, Final Fantasy, big part of it anyways, but I don't know. Then from what I saw, they were trying to make it more of a big part of the game, from what I could tell, something about Roxas, or not, Riku going back and visiting it or something. That, I don't know. Certain things like that. But I did not play the DLC for it. I would have loved to, but it's just something I didn't get to. It was extra money, and I, at the time, did not have it, and I still don't. No, I still haven't played it, and I can't say I didn't have the money for it right now, but from what I've heard, it was really good whenever the DLC, but I've not heard anything. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about the Kingdom Hearts series now. I mean, it's good. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I don't know if I'll be getting back. I don't know if I would ever really, I guess in the sense, call myself a fanboy for it anymore. it's just, I don't know. Part of it was just kind of after the way that they ended it. And then I guess the biggest thing is how they, well, if you played the game or seen anyone play it, you know what happens. And so I don't think I need to explain any more past that. But that's just my opinion on it. I would really, I don't know, I would enjoy for them to do, like, I don't know, maybe not like necessarily a spin-off, but they have the ones where they're probably going to be doing it with Riku, and they're going to continuing his story as he goes and tries to get back Sora, because we knew that at the end of the game they had Xehanort and I think his name's Eriquis. It's been a while since I played the game, something like that. But having it to where they're playing another chess game, but they change it. So basically hinting at, there will be a new reveal of the story. But I don't know. If they did something with, I will say this, my two favorite characters in the entire series was Roxas and Riku. It's hard to say which one is my most favorite, just for the simple fact it kind of goes back and forth on both. At times it was Riku, and then at times it was Roxas. Riku, I loved his character development, how he went from basically one of the bad guys to kind of redemption and bringing himself back in that aspect. I loved that part of how they portrayed his character. The problem that it was just one of those things after they got to a certain point. I think they kind of made it to where he was just learning what it means to be a master, which I can understand. It's that in-between point. But I really liked the character that developed with him with that. The other part, though, that I really, really loved about Roxas is a mixture of the way that they developed him as a character in the aspect of he was nobody and he worked his way up, especially in 356x2. If you've watched the videos, because I know they've got the cinematic version of it now, it is good. But if you have not played the game, you're not missing out on much. But it was just one of those, I played it so much that it really stood out to me. I really fell in love with the character Xion. And just the dynamic that Axel and Roxas and Xion had. I don't know why it hit me so much whenever I was younger, but I really loved it. And then, yeah, just the way that Roxas went from being a nobody and then finding out the truth about himself and making that a driving point and continuing to push on, even though his friends were there and he had his friends, there was still something inside of him that drove him to more, especially when Xion almost like building up that friendship and then seeing how he had to learn how to, I don't know, it's hard. It's weird because one of the things that I really like about him, not because he had to suffer, but the way that he went like he dealt with his suffering. He had to beat one of his own friends, completely destroy them, and that's hard. I mean, it was just one of those things that amazed me. Just a simple fact, like the character itself had to go through so much suffering, and in a sense, it was his suffering and his loss that led him to where he was, in Kingdom Hearts 2. And the adventure and tried to get revenge. And I loved the realness of the character. It wasn't I like Sora in the aspect of he's a good main character. He's always happy. Well, not always. He's most of the time happy. He's a pretty well-rounded character in the aspect of what he understands to be good and wrong and things like that. But he is definitely a goody two-shoes. And I did not... to me, there wasn't as much depth. And I can see how they kind of started to develop some of it throughout the games and stuff, but he didn't. It wasn't the same. Like, even with Terra and Ventus and Aqua, I mean, Aqua was more closely associated to what I would say probably Sora's character was in terms of mannerisms and just the way that they acted and the character, how they were. But even Aqua had some things to where you knew that she was essentially the key piece that held all three of those characters together. And so it was easy to see that, and you can see how that actually led her to do what she did, by going into the realm of darkness and trying to save her friends and things like that. But Sora, just for me, has always been pretty, in a sense, to me, boring. I mean, he's not a bad character. I like how they may have kept it without all the extra stuff, because they wanted you to be able to probably put yourself in as the character, make it easier for you to connect to it in the aspect of you don't have certain things that are dramatic that some people can't connect to, which is understandable. I get that, but I don't know. I really liked how they were able to do certain things with other characters that had real changes. But Roxas, because of the suffering, it's easy to understand why he would go and try to seek vengeance for what was going on. Why it led him to Riku and how they had their battle. And I always really enjoyed that. I was really sad whenever you got to play Roxas in Kingdom Hearts 2. And it was such a short time. And he had... It wasn't that he didn't have very much screen time, but it was just... I felt like he kind of fell back into a place of obscurity after a little bit. I mean, he still had his place and things, but... I mean, even... Like, I played Kingdom Hearts 2 before I played 356 by 2. And I enjoyed the character Roxas, but I didn't know much about him. There wasn't much, given about the character, which I understood. That was what they were intending to do. It was intentional. But after that came out, 356 by 2 it made me fall in love with the character. Yeah, the gameplay was bleh, and it was but just the way that they developed the characters in it, and you really got to see another side to Axel too. But that's really what made me fall in love with Roxas. Mainly just for the simple fact you can see he had such a loyal heart. And he was drawn to his friends. And whenever those things were taken away from him by people around him, whether that be the organization he worked for or other people, he needed answers. And it was just amazing. I really enjoyed it. Because at the end of 356, it basically was to where they all got separated. Axel was still in the organization. Roxas was off, put to sleep in basically the sleeping chamber and stuff, while they put Sora back together. And Xion was gone. And then how in Kingdom Hearts 3, one of the things that really touched my heart in that was whenever they brought them back together, because it was almost like that semblance of saying, see, there's still hope. That even if you go through trial and heartache and terrible things, if you keep pressing on, and you keep pushing on to what's good, you can get back to what you really want and what you desire. And so I really loved that about the character. And so that's one of the things that stood out to me really about it. So that's why Roxas and Riku are some of my two favorite characters. Yeah, Riku especially. I really enjoyed Riku in Kingdom Hearts 1. I kind of didn't like him. I didn't like him at all, but it was mainly because he was a bad guy in the aspect of, he's just doing things out of his own whims. But once we got, and I played Chain of Memories and Rechain of Memories. Especially once I played Rechain of Memories, I got to see another side of him. And I remember it was the video where Diz was asking him which road and which path he would choose. The road to darkness or the road to light. And he says, neither. I'll walk the path in between. And that scene to where he went through and he struggled and he fought his way through his darkness and through his deepest parts of himself, and it was all brought to light, and he was able to triumph over it. And instead of completely saying, I'm going to disregard every part of myself that has anything to do with the darkness or anything that's evil, instead he chose to say, I see it, and I know it's there, and I need to basically learn how to walk it out, how to walk out every part of myself. And I really loved how they were able to represent that in the choice that he made. And it was through that I really, really started to fall in love with the character. And then the depth that they also developed in 356, whenever they had Riku there as well, and he was working to restore his friend, Sora, bring him back and put him together as one whole piece. That was also another really cool part. And then his own sacrifice that he made by saying, I have a piece of the darkness in my heart that I can't remove, but I'm going to have to now, in order to save my friend, I'm going to have to accept and let it become a part of who I am and allow it to transform me and change me. That was a cool way that they were able to make that character. It fit the story, but it was also nice to see how they made the character have a little bit more depth in him. Once they got past that, though, and Kingdom Hearts 2 was completed and done with and stuff, I think they kind of had it to where Riku kind of leveled off, and he kind of, not in a sense balanced out, but they didn't do as much with him, which is perfectly fine. There's no problem with that on my end. But it was just one of those things that I really enjoyed it. Kingdom Hearts 3 was great. I just wish they would have ended it differently. It wasn't terrible. It just wasn't my cup of tea. So, anyways, I don't know why I got into a spiel about that, but yeah. If anything, though, I think this is going to be the end of it. I kind of spent the last 10 minutes talking about that. But if you guys enjoyed this video, leave me a like, comment down below, and let me know. Should be kind of fun, and I might do some more recording. We'll see how it goes. With that, I'll see you guys later. Bye.